Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. Today we have 4 news stories, and in this episode you'll see the first story about how one of the ways to get the annoying Karen out of the store. Second story about how to get in touch with the company director if the manager can't help you. The third story, remember, there are always bigger fish. And a nice little story for dessert. So I hope you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos every single day. And let's get started. Gotta hand it to him. Because of the holidays, I decided I needed to take a break, get out of the Middle East for a while, and visit my kids in the States, both of which have secured new jobs in new states and new travails. So I get to O'Hare, travel north to Baja, Canada, retrieve my mothballed Indian Big Chief, leather up, and plan for a bit of a road trip. Having lived in eastern Siberia for a number of years has absolutely inured me to the cold. But the wife demurred and flew out instead. So I'm in one of the flatter flyover states and need to stop at some form or another hardware store to pick up a few road tools that had somehow spontaneously grown wings in my absence and were no longer in my road kit. In northeastern Kansas, Nebraska, I saunter into a Home Depot in full riding leather to get a new ratchet set, a couple pliers, and screwdrivers of various descriptions. I'm idling away a little warm time, perusing the various tool types, when some plonker of a character comes along, grabs me brusquely by the arm, not a good idea in any way, shape, or form, and demands, "Where the F is the GD nail guns?" I inform him, rather incredulously, that A, "Look here, Mac, I don't work here." 2, "I have no idea where they're located," and 3, "If you want to keep your bones intact, you'll immediately let go." I'm really not too keen on being grabbed by anyone, particularly dim-witted strangers. "What? F you, old man. What are you going to do?" I calmly reply this as I bite off my left-hand glove and show him the result of a rig accident years ago where I lost the central 3 digits of the aforementioned hand, leaving a gnarly mass of scar tissue. I'm so effing mean I bit off my own fingers. Just think what I'll do to some idiot that's really beginning to piss me off. Arrgh! Best Tyrannosaurus roar. Odd that in all my years I've never seen anyone recoil so quickly and turn such a lovely shade of absolute pale. One person who actually did work there was alerted to my theropod imitation, was just walking up on the scene when Grabby McCreephead did a quick 180 and left creditable skid marks exitward on the nice commercial linoleum floor. Problem, sir? Nope, not any longer. No applause, no discount, and no one handed me a $100 bill. Just a fuzzy feeling of being able to get a go all ugly American on someone after years of tongue biting in the sandy, oily wastes. I adore the description you gave for the state where you were in, and your excellent numbering system. And our second story. The pizza place printed my phone number on their coupons. So this happened back in 2007, 2008. Not sure it belongs here, but it looks like it might fit. I lived in a small town, and my house had really bad cell phone coverage at the time, so I still had a landline for the house, complete with an answering machine. One day I come home to find several phone calls for a regional pizza restaurant on my answering machine. I quickly figured out that they'd printed these mass junk mail flyers with some pretty decent discounts and my phone number. It was a pretty simple mistake. My phone number ended in 4442 and theirs was 4422. I called the pizza place and told them what happened. The manager was nice and told me he had nothing to do with it, that the corporate office made them up, but he would call them and try to work out a fix. That night, I got probably 80 phone calls. I changed the outgoing message on my answering machine to give callers the correct number. More than half the calls I got still left me a pizza order. Who calls for pizza and expects to leave the order on an answering machine? That town has more dumb people than I thought possible, and I already had a low opinion to begin with. This went on for almost 2 weeks. I kept calling the restaurant, and the manager kept telling me they can't get a hold of anyone who can do anything. Finally, I had enough when a snowstorm blows through town and the pizza orders go up. Snowy days seem to be busy for food delivery. I start taking orders, writing them down as accurately as I can, and forwarding them to the pizza place through the number listed on their website for home office. At the time, if you called that number after hours, the robot that answered gave you a list of extensions, and eventually I found one for VP Marketing. I wanted president, but close enough. Once I found the extension, I forwarded every call for them I got, like this. Hello, this is Airborne Chaos again. I have an order for 1 extra large Goliath pizza, 1 order of cheese sticks, and a bottle of Sprite to be delivered to John Dow at 244 High Street, Smalltown. His credit card number is, insert credit card details here, and his phone number is phone number. I really hope you can help me get this food to these people. This seems to be pretty inefficient. Thanks. I made at least 20 calls like that. I don't remember the exact number, but it wasn't as many as I thought it'd be when I made the plan. Nevertheless, the next morning, I got a call from the company president. They paid my phone bill for a year, minus long distance, to buy my phone number from me. Honestly, they didn't need to pay my phone bill for a year, just cover the cost of changing the number. But they offered. And our third story. Lady at Lowe's argued with me about being dressed like I worked there. Spoiler, I wasn't. I work as a librarian and dress pretty professionally. On this fateful day, I was wearing a green dress and some sandals. I was excited about being able to get out of the library and run around the garden department at Lowe's during work hours. I went with our maintenance guy to pick up some bags of dirt and herb plants for a program I was doing with children the next day. I'm running around the outside section looking at pond equipment while my maintenance guy is scoping out some deals on giant bags of dirt. Then suddenly I hear the rudeness coming out of the mouth of a middle-aged woman. Where are the marigolds? Now this happens to me all the time. Regardless of where I am, what I'm wearing, or who I'm with, I guess as a 30-year-old nerdy white woman, people assume I'm quiet and polite and work retail. But I'm actually a loudmouth B-word who chokes grown men in pajamas for fun. And at this point, I'm no longer nice to rude people. Especially if people are rude to me when I tell them I don't work there or I don't know where the tuna fish is. I mean, if I'm in Best Buy in a blue polo, I'd probably be nice about it, but that's never the situation. So I do the thing where you pretend the person's question is so dumb that your brain can't even begin to comprehend what they're trying to ask you and reply with, "Excuse me?" She repeats, "Where are the marigolds?" It's a bit too demanding for my liking, so I just shrug and walk away. Now, this story wouldn't be as fun to tell if I didn't catch eyes with my maintenance guy across the section as soon as I turned around. I couldn't help myself, and I yelled to him while pointing behind me and laughing, "Yo, Rob, this B-word thinks I work here." At this point, I'm a few steps away from her, and she yelled back at me trying to be angry. "Well, how should I know?" Rob has sensed a disturbance in the force at this point. He's been married a few years to his own fiery lady and has known me quite a while and knows I'm probably not letting this go. Then the lady continues to yell, "I mean, you're dressed like you work here." "No, lady, I am certainly not." So I respond laughing, "Really? Because everyone here is wearing a red vest. Am I wearing a red vest?" I turn to Rob. "Am I wearing a red vest right now?" Rob realizes this won't end well and tries to usher me away. "Well, look at these bags of dirt. Let's go look for more dirt." The lady harumphs loudly and stalks away, probably to go nag her poor children about how they don't call her enough, and my coworkers harass me for the next 4 days about my new career change. Edit. Since there seems to be a fair amount of comments/misconceptions about the woman that I may not have conveyed right. She was rude. Her tone was rude. The face she was making was rude, and her posture portrayed an attitude of epic proportions. She wasn't 75 or senile or just made a mistake. She believed I worked there and continued to argue with us about it after I'd made it clear I didn't and the reasons why. I was reminded after the post by nice guy Rob that she followed me to him while yelling her arguments about how I was dressed like I worked there even after she was proven wrong. Well, look at these bags of dirt. Let's go look for more dirt. Poor nice guy Rob. I hope he wasn't wearing pajamas. And our next story. I work here, but not here. I work at a small version of a well-known supermarket in the UK, and it's hell. Anyway, on this particular day, I'd finished an agonizing 10-hour shift the day before Christmas Eve, so as you may have guessed, it was insanely busy all day. I finished my shift, and me and my coworker friend got in her car and began driving home. In this town, there's the small supermarket where I work and a much larger version, but it's the same brand. I'll be me, my coworker friend is F, and woman is W. F. I'm hungry. I need petrol anyway. Let's go to the big supermarket. Me. Ugh, okay. F gets petrol, then parks. We go inside the big supermarket, straight to the sandwich aisle, which is close to the front of the store. She gets a sandwich, and we go over to self-checkout as it's still busy and the queues aren't getting shorter. We obviously still have our uniforms on, but also our woolly hats, coats, scarves, bags, etc. Friend scans the sandwich. She's in the middle of paying when W, excuse me. I turn to look at this middle-aged woman behind me. Me, yeah. W, it's so busy. Look at them queues. Me, yep. Christmas though, isn't it? W, well, aren't you going to help me? I've been waiting over there, she points, with my husband for 10 minutes. I'm just flabbergasted. I'm wearing my coat and hat and bag and scarf like, what? Yes, my coat is open, but it's obvious I'm not on the clock. Me, sorry, I don't work here. I work at... For some reason, she just loses it. W, don't try to lie to me. I can see your uniform. Do you think I'm stupid or something? That's such a disgusting attitude. We customers are supposed to come first. We pay your wages. I was tired and thought, F this B. My friend had paid by now and was just watching, trying not to laugh at the stupidness, and I could not be bothered to be nice anymore. Me, sternly, kinda loud. I don't work here. I work in the smaller supermarket in town. W, well, can't you just get on a tell? I work in retail. Oh, here we effing go. So I know how it works. Me, well, it doesn't work like that for us. It really doesn't. W, disgusting. This is disgusting. By the time I'm done here, you won't have a job at all. I can't believe you won't help me. F, let's go. Me, bye, Merry Christmas. And me and my friend just walk away from W. I look back as we head to the car to see her staring at us through the window with her arms in the air, shaking her head. Seriously, F her. I feel sorry for whoever had to deal with her after that. So according to her logic, you're not allowed to ever leave when it's busy? Perhaps she thinks all of the employees live there too and don't have anywhere else to go. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end. I'll see you in the next one.